Hey guys, intro video, a quick one. I think this shouldn't last much more than 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes at most. Stat 1800. What we get into this week is called sampling distributions, and essentially what we look at, and I'll go into a lot of detail on this in the videos, is what happens when we start taking samples from a population with a size bigger than 1. And essentially what I'm leading to here is just inference. Inference is the part of statistics that looks at a sample and makes a generalization to the larger population. So anyway, about 6 to 7 videos. Guys, I believe there's somewhere about 2.5 hours of videos this week. I know it drives some of you crazy, but guys, remember, if you were taking this class from me face-to-face, we would be in class face-to-face for over 4 hours. So, you know, the fact that you have to watch 2.5, maybe even 3 hours of videos, I think it's a win-win for you. But some of you, you know, you can tell. I've got my things that I watch, and there's some of you just not watching the videos. And guys, I hate to say it, but it's going to catch up with you on the midterm, because some of the stuff you encounter on the midterm is straight from MyMathLab. Some of the stuff you encounter from on the midterm is straight from the videos. So anyway, guys, you really need to watch the videos. One more thing about the videos. A lot of these videos, you'll see stat 1150. I'm very well aware that this is stat 1800, but there's just a lot of really there isn't a lot of overlap. There's about 50% overlap in the content, and I really like the videos. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos this summer, redoing my stat class, so I don't feel like I need to reinvent the wheel just so I can put stat 1800 at the top of the video instead of stat 1150. So the videos that you're watching will start out by saying this is stat 1150. It's not, it's stat 1800, but it's still the same content. Guys, midterm exams coming up, man. It's a couple weeks away. Going to be a couple of things. You're going to be able to take this wherever you want, but you'll have to install a locked down browser before you take it. If you're not willing to put that on your computer, then you have to come to campus. But it's not harmful. Okay, it's just it's something you have to do. Just ensure some testing integrity in your environment. MyMathLab issues, guys. Some stuff for some of you that had temp accounts, and then even some of you just didn't even have temp accounts. You just had regular accounts, and for some reason I got I get notifications from MyMathLab about how much time you're spending on problems and who's active and who's not active and stuff like that. Well, usually around the 4th week of class, I get a good indication of those that this online format is working for. Unfortunately, the ones that are working for, you're probably still with me in this video. The ones it's not working for, you probably don't have the patience and shouldn't be taking an online class anyway. You probably already hit pause or delete it or whatever. But I got some notifications, and I sent out some emails, and a couple of you received emails, and you shouldn't have. You're doing great in the class, but there's just something goofy going on with MyMathLab, and it's my fault. I wish MyMathLab hadn't sent those notifications, but when I did receive them, I should have looked further into the temp accounts that have run out to see how students were doing. And I took MyMathLab's word for it, and there were a couple people that got those nasty little, ship up or shape out emails that shouldn't have received them. Now, there's I don't know, probably 3 or 4, maybe even 5 students that received that email that should have received it and probably need to drop the class. You just don't have enough self-discipline to take a class of this nature. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not attacking your character. I'm really not. I wonder if I could have had enough self-discipline as an 18, 19, 20-year-old, and I was a good student, to take this class online. I don't know. I know I talked to my provost about a year ago, and he was doing some training online, and he's a very, very motivated guy. PhD, you know, he's a hard work, one of the hardest workers I know, and he was taking this course, this training online, and he's talking about how difficult it was to watch all the training videos. So anyway, gang, that's about all I have here. I will tell you that I think the material this week on sampling distributions is some of the easiest that we do, especially if you have a good foundation for normal distributions. Now, I'll tell you, students don't agree with me. Students find this to be the most difficult, or at least one of the most difficult concepts that we study the entire semester. And the notation is insane, so you have to pay close attention to the notation. You have to pay close attention to the details. If you skim through the videos and don't give me an opportunity to teach you, guys, the assignment's going to be frustrating. But if you'll just pay attention to the details, the few little fine caveats that are different with sampling distributions than with normal distributions, I think you can find this to be some of the easier stuff that we've done so far. But it won't work that way. I don't know why. Maybe I should do some research on that. Students seem to always struggle with sampling distributions. So keep that on your agenda. It's coming. It's this week. The MyMathLab assignment has already been posted. Guys, I hope you're doing well. It looks like from your grades that most of you are doing incredibly well in this this online version is working extremely well for you. So that's all I got. Take care.